Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you all about what my reason was for getting suspended on Twitch, and also what my plans are going forward.
Jesus Christ. I just crawled out of Asmongold's room right now. I think I got 13 different diseases right about now. I need to go to the clinic right after this video is made because I need to get checked. I think I got bitten by like 3 different rats and a cockroach just crawled up my butthole. I don't know what else to say here, guys. This is not a very good situation, and yeah. Either way, gamers, it is me, the Holy Commentator, back with a brand new video with a very shitty introduction like usual. What is poppin'? And of course, today, who are we talking about? We're talking about the one Twitch streamer a lot of people know and a lot of people hate, or you love him, Asmongold. Now, before I get into this video, I really want to state very easily ahead of the time, I do have kind of a bias because I am a decent fan of Asmongold. Now, a lot of people may be asking his questions of why and this and that, and I think mostly it's because he has pretty neutral takes most of the time, and, you know, it's not like he's really riding one side or the other. He usually has some decently good takes. It's not really terrible, it's not really amazing, blah, 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 until this situation came back recently that kind of got Asmongold banned. Now, of course, before we get into that content, before we get into that video here fully, if you like this video, do me a favor, like and subscribe, and comment what you guys think about it below. And let's get started talking about why and how Asmongold got banned, and a couple of grievances I have with that. Now, very simple. Asmongold got banned because he said this on his last live stream talking about the Israel and Gaza conflict.
I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. It's not even a question. These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways. It is that simple. No, I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
Now, of course, you may have your own perspective on it, and here's my thing about it. I'm not going to give my take on it, because here's the thing, no matter what my take is, it's going to be wrong, it's going to be bad. It's the same thing with the war between Ukraine and Russia, except that was a pretty definitive one, where everybody's like, fuck Russia in the end, you know? But there's not really a situation where you can say fuck one side or the other, and you will not get harassed for it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to say fuck everybody, fuck all your opinions. I'm just going to keep that shit to myself, and I'm not going to go and do this shit. Is it because I'm scared? Who knows? Maybe I'm going to get assassinated by one or the other. Somebody's gonna fucking carpet bomb my house at one point. I don't fucking know, and here's the truth, I don't really fucking care too much. But here's the thing, right? Asmongold got banned for that statement. He was talking about basically how Gaza and everything is inferior. It got even picked up by Middle Eastern sources and news stuff, and that's how I kind of got that clip there, is because they were talking about that and how Asmongold responded using that. And I do have to say, his take here was awfully aggressive, and I do think it was partially because of the fact this war is like crazy talked about. It's a very high stress thing to talk about and a thing to try to communicate about, and this guy's been keeping up with it since the very beginning, and he's been like watching the clips and he's been watching everything happening. So at one point I think he just had to crack because he was just fucking tired of the bullshit. And let's be honest here, if you hear about the same war over and over again and say that and hear at the same time how much of a piece of shit you are because of this view or that view or whatever, at one point you're gonna crack and you're gonna say something retarded. And I think that's exactly what happened with Asmongold here, is I think he just cracked and he just gave up on trying to actually think about the situation and really talk about it and discuss it. So obviously he got banned and he made an apology. It even went on to an Hassan and debate here, and he decided to try to debate everything with Hassan, which again, for a video that I tried to watch, it was absolutely terrible, and I hate Hassan too, but we'll get into that a little bit later on in the video. But regardless, he made his kind of apology here, and I'm going to show you a couple of the main clips here.
And I actually think that this is something that not only I deserved, but it's also something that I needed. And I want to talk about what the reason for that is, but I want to start off and just make sure that that's actually very clear. So a couple of days ago, I made some comments about Palestine and also about Hamas and, you know, some just general, you know, basically opinions that were trivializing the genocide that's happening there. And I don't really want to, like, mince words or, like, try to, like, oh, I wasn't justifying or, you know, promoting it. I said something about it that was disgusting. I said that I didn't care about innocent people getting killed by another force, by anything. And I think that that's a horrible, disgusting, mean-spirited thing to say. You know who reached out to me? And they wanted to talk and have a conversation and see if I was okay? It's people that were Islamic and people that had fucking family in Palestine. And how humiliating is that? How absolutely humiliating is that? And these were the people I was trying to say were bad. I'm going to step away from my leadership position in OTK and Starforge and everything. I think towards the end of next year, I think I'd like to visit the Middle East and see it for myself. I'm just going to focus on myself for a while, try to improve my own life. And there's a lot of things I think, again, I'll probably talk about more whenever I go live again, that are like more kind of, just like kind of in the weeds, like personal stuff. But overall, that's the big picture. That's where I'm at. And so anyway, that's about all I've got. And I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to try to just take this time off to, really kind of fix my shit. So, yeah, anyway, guys, that's about it. I'll see you later. Bye.
So basically, here's what I think about it, right? He said he's gonna clean his room. First thing, most important thing, man, get the rats out of your room, get the cockroaches out of your room, get all that fucking bullshit out of your room. He did make a video actually pretty recently talking about why he didn't clean his room and why everything got so out of hand in the very first place. And I mean, there's a lot of people calling death on Asmongold in the moment. I'm just gonna say, bro, just fix your couple things, fix your mental health. And since he has a 14-day ban, I think he has more than enough time to try to get back into it. Now, of course, on top of all this drama and on top of the Twitch ban that we have here, he did step down from his own company. He just did not want to do that shit. And the same thing with his leadership position at OTK, which kind of sucks because I've been starting to listen to the Steak and Eggs podcast that he's been doing with Emaru and who's that other fucking guy? I forget his name at the moment, but you could probably see his face on screen, his beautiful bald head. But either way, I was getting into it, but he's gone now. And again, understandably so. What he said was pretty outlandish and pretty harsh take, kind of talking about how somebody's inferior based off of their views and whatever this and blah 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 blah. And again, Asmongold did apologize for it, and I do genuinely think that it was just like a bad take at that bad time, and it was a whole entire collection of shit. Now, I'm not gonna make excuses for the fucking guy. He can make the excuses himself. But here's the main reason I wanted to extend this video and talk about this video more at length here. Now, I don't really give a shit about the Hassan and Asmongold debate. They can have their own thing. But I want to talk about the whole entire very slanted ban policies from Twitch. Because, of course, we're talking about Asmongold here, who definitely said some bullshit. But then, Hassan, the guy who debates Asmongold in the future, has not been banned for quite a few things, who've been actually wishing death upon quite a few people. He also is the same guy that was talking about 9/11, how, it deserved to happen to America. Now, that's just the very first thing. That was a long time ago. This is not the Dan TDM KSI thing where I'm going to bring up the whole entire past shit. Fuck that. Let's talk about the present. Let's talk about in the previous year where he got an actual terrorist on his stream and started talking about him. And he continuously tried to glorify what these guys are doing despite their whole entire tag being this. And I'm not even going to say it in my video because this is something that will definitely get me banned for something like hate speech. I'm not going to say that. And this is the same people that he's promoting. These people and these terrorists are going onto ships and they're killing people. Like, this is not something that I could excuse. I could excuse as a Canadian citizen. Canada.
With that, does he know what One Piece is?
Yeah, he said he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. That's fire. That's so fire. Oh my god. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do.
Now, again, I'm not really going to be a part of any of this shit. I really hate this conflict to begin with. Both sides, whatever the fuck it is, I'm so tired of this conflict because it's such a fucking uptight scenario where if you talk about anything, you're about to get anally plugged by every single fucking guy on the internet who's talking about this and talking about that, and
you're very insensitive. These people, that your side deserves to die, but this side doesn't deserve to die. Your side, blah, 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 blah.
Like, I'm fucking tired of it. I'm fucking tired of all this conversation. What I'm trying to say here is Hassan hasn't gotten banned for getting a live terrorist who's on here who also is, has that terrorist organization convicted of quite a few grapes. We all like grapes here, like being grape fed, the whole entire thing, but, grapes. Fuck YouTube and their whole entire censorship fucking system. It's so bullshit, but that's the thing. Right? This is the guy that is promoting this. Asmongold had a bad take. I understand why he got banned, but then again, this is just kind of compounding then why isn't Hassan banned? It's very simple. Of course, Twitch is a very left-leaning platform, and it's understandable. Again, it's just to look nice. I understand that, when you try to be something like Kick, right, which is completely hated, and it's more of a right-leaning website, I guess you'd call it, and then you have Twitch, which is a left-leaning website, I guess, right, because on, Kick, you could basically say whatever the fuck you want. On Twitch, it is very limited, and you have to be way liked to actually, get by with saying something absolutely terrible. But, Asmongold has been doing this shit for a long time. And I just really wanted to talk about that, and I really wanted to talk about how, you know, Twitch's ban system also needs to be fixed, and I do believe that they need to really find a way to even this out, and they need to figure out a way to kind of discuss the whole entire situation in a genuinely better manner, where it's not just fuck you and fuck this and, you know, all ban this side because they said this, but no, this guy right here, Hassan H. Piker, Hassan Holy Piker over here can say whatever the fuck he wants. Now again, this is a ranty video, there's no doubt about it, but I just really wanted to talk about it. It was just really starting to frustrate me when I tried to get into it and try to look at everything that I've seen here. And again, Hassan, you said, yeah, 9/11 was warranted, and then got a Houthi terrorist on his stream and said, yes, you guys are just like Luffy from One Piece. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, do me a favor, like and subscribe, and please don't get too political in the comments. I swear to God, if I see, oh, wait, you support Gaza? Oh, no, you support fucking Israel? Like, I don't want to hear that shit in the comments. Talk about the situation, whatever, talk about the bans, but don't talk about that. Either way, gamers, this is me, the Holy Commentator, signing off for now.
Preface it with that. Does he know what One Piece is?